Welcome to the Education Innovators Podcast. I'm Eric Byron. This is season 4, and it is my privilege to host this show where I get to talk with thought leaders and experts from all over the world. We're going to hear amazing stories of innovation in education from teachers, consultants, and AI experts and others who are fearlessly innovating and creating unique active learning experiences. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Thanks for joining me today. This is going to be a short solo episode, a rant, if you will. I'm going to talk about this growing concern of AI replacing large number of jobs in the near future, potentially. So I've been seeing, many increasing reports, just a lot of media right now focusing on this kind of doom and gloom prediction that within a short number of years, maybe within 5 years, that AI could replace 90+% of jobs, right? Done by AI or done by AI-powered robots. And we're not just talking about like entry-level white-collar jobs. Some of these predictions are saying that we could have, all kinds of blue-collar jobs, plumbers, electricians, manufacturing and warehouse workers, all replaced by AI within a few years. And they're not saying that 90% of all jobs will be replaced. I think what they're saying is that the capability will exist. There will be AI or robots able to do 90% of jobs that humans currently do within as few as 5 years. Okay, deep breath. I'm going to explain why I don't necessarily agree with those predictions. Okay, so, and in the context of this show, right, innovation and education, I know we have talked a lot about fear of teachers being replaced by AI tutors. And I've been making the case that I don't think this should happen, will happen necessarily. So why is the media so wrapped up in this right now, right? I'm just seeing report after report after report coming out. Part of it, I think, is just hype and clickbait headlines, but I do think that there is some truth here, right? There's fear, and people should be aware, right, of what's happening and the capability of AI to replace jobs. And greedy corporates are going to look at this and go, well, I can, I can reduce my workforce and save money better for the bottom line if I can replace people with AI. It makes sense. Businesses are going to do this where they can. Okay. So, all right. On an encouraging note, I do want to say there is counter stuff out there too. And one of the reports I just saw recently, actually went to an event and speaker talked about this. And he calls it compression in the workforce caused by AI, and he describes it in two directions. So upward compression, the good news, right, is that instead of eliminating entry-level jobs, what he's suggesting is that the AI actually helps a new worker, an entry-level worker, increase productivity much faster. They onboard faster. They get to a level of expertise much faster with AI, right? Augmented by AI. And so, yes, I can get them there much faster than I used to be able to. But there's also what he described as downward compression. And this is where I kind of plateau because I'm using AI and it's become kind of a crutch, right? I never get to the highest level of performance and expertise. I only get to about 80% because I'm using AI. Downward compression. So this is a concern, right? I never really get to A players. I maybe get to B, but I get to B much faster. Okay. So, but this also still results in less workforce. Okay. So I know that's kind of helpful, but still not very encouraging. And it's going to affect our workforce. So, I think that the only counter we have, right, and what we have to believe here, right, is that we're still in control. This future prediction is mostly coming from these mega tech companies that benefit the most from that, right? They're selling the AI, they're selling the robots, and so they will profit from this future they're predicting. And so I think we still have to, dig in and fight back and not accept that that future is inevitable. Okay, that people are going to be unemployed in masses. Okay, so. Um, but there's work to do because if we don't do something, they will be correct, right? Their predictions will come true because they want them to be true. So the counter to this is, as always, and I will emphasize, is education. The more we are educated, the more we develop human intelligence and our own skills that AI doesn't have, right? Creativity and empathy, complex decision making, right? Those A players, those stars, right? The smartest of the smartest of us, and we're all capable of this with the right education and enough education, which I think AI is part of, right? Again, that accelerated education that can happen with AI. But then you got to do it ethically and responsibly so you don't end up with that downward compression, right? That we leverage it to increase human intelligence, not make us all mediocre. So we got to work on this. We got to work on it together, which is another human skill we need to embrace here, right? We have the ability to collaborate, to share ideas, to inspire each other. Okay. AI doesn't do this. We can do this with each other. Okay. So I'm Eric Byron. Thanks for listening to the Education Innovators Podcast and my rant on jobs of the future. Have hope, be brave, continue to innovate. You can make a difference.